Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Drop the Tea. I know I'm getting on here a little late, but I still wanted to come and give my commentary on. I know I had a schedule for in the morning, but I changed it. But I wanted to come on here and give my opinion about the Sean Diddy case. So I did want to come on here and just talk for a little bit about the case and what happened today. Because I was going to come on earlier, then I had something to do, but I still want to come on here and just, give my opinion and let y'all know how I feel about the case. Then I had a hair appointment, so I just got done with that. But how is everyone doing? And I appreciate the people who came over. Linda, Sonia, I appreciate you guys for coming over. And as you guys come in, please hit the thumbs up button. Y'all know I got to get through my hello, Janetta Speaks. Hello. As you come in, please hit the thumbs up button, please, and thank you. Yes, I want to talk about Diddy. I don't know. I don't want to offend anybody with my comments or just my opinion, period. So we're going to talk about that. And I want to know, how do y'all feel about the charges that the bigger charges he got found not guilty on? Now, the other two charges, they are not that bad. He could get like a couple of years, or he could get time served, or he could get probation for that time. For those two. The bigger ones, the jury found him not guilty. And I just want to know, how do y'all feel about that? Then also Tissa Tales and Ratchet TV got into it. I was like, whoa. I know I don't say content creator's name, but I'm not saying anything bad. I just didn't think it was that serious. But hey, it was a mess going on. It was a mess going on out there. It was a mess. It was a mess going on. Hello, Ophelia. Hello, Overcomer. I am 6. But we're gonna talk about it, y'all. We're gonna talk about it. Some people were upset that he got off, but a lot of people were saying Diddy was gonna get off. And my thoughts here: when you got money, when you got money, money talks. I don't care what you done did. Money talks. If you got the money, you gonna make something shake. You got the money and the lawyers, you gonna make something shake. It is, I hate to say that, but that's just the way it is. And then also there were tapes. There were tapes that were taken out of his house. And allegedly and for entertainment purposes only, there were high powered people on those tapes. So do y'all think that he was gonna get hit with all that time and he got tapes of people? Mm-mm, mm-mm. Nah, that wasn't gonna happen. No. But we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. It was a lot going on. It was a lot going on. But I'm gonna tell you my opinion, and I want to hear y'all opinion. Cassie. Cassie came out good to me. She walked away with $30 million. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. A lot of women didn't want to. A lot of people didn't want Puff Daddy to get out of jail. Diddy to get out of jail because they are allegedly maybe scared of the consequences, y'all. That's gonna come. But I don't think he would be that big of a fool to do anything to anyone, would, because if he do get out or anything like that, they're gonna be watching him. Now, but I'm gonna tell you what I think is gonna happen. But let us get through this 10-minute mark. Also, I want to talk about Angela and Drew. I think Angela and Drew set this whole thing up. I don't know if Angela was trying to secure her spot for next season with this crap, but I think as a woman, I think this is really low. Now, I thought more of Angela than her to try to set up Phaedra. I really thought that more of her, but you know, Angela, she's kind of, conservative, laid back, but you got to watch people. You got to watch people nowadays. But I do think that was low of her to do that. I really do. Um, Also, what else is going on? Oh, Kelly, she's getting sued by Navy Federal Credit Union for a credit card for 26,000 some odd dollars. So I think it'd be safe to say allegedly Kelly is having some problems. Just saying. We're gonna talk about that as well. So we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff that's going on. DDG and Haley Bailey. He was running around here with Indian Love, and allegedly you getting people leftovers. That young lady has been with a lot of men. She got a lot of bodies on her, allegedly. Allegedly. And for entertainment purposes only. Just saying. The women that you done been with, they done been with some people. And you had Miss Haley, nice girl. You didn't want that. You wanted the girls that everybody, the women that everybody else then had and passed around. That's what you wanted, allegedly. And then you thought you and academics, y'all was over there laughing at her, talking about she got a lane. Then come to find out he's a record producer and he does other stuff. Now y'all got egg on your face. He's produced for Kendrick Lamar, Beyonce, and some other people. Kanye West. So how is he a lane? Do you know how since he produced that record, he has got 1 billion streams on Spotify. Not even Apple Music, just Spotify alone. Just saying, just saying, doodle garbage. She didn't upgrade it. Just saying, she didn't upgrade it on you, pal. Hello, who said that? Hello, hello, hello. So it was a lot of stuff going on, guys. It was a lot of stuff going on. People were getting into it. Baby, people were walking down the street with drawers on, swimming suits on. One lady had a blue wig on. The next thing I know, the lady had took the wig off. The wig was off. People were asking people to pee on them. it was a mess. It was a mess out there. A lot of people thought he was getting ready to, walk out the doors about 6 o'clock. But they say people were writing letters, and Cassie was one of them. Wrote a letter to the judge, was saying he's a risk to the community. That's what they were saying. That's what they were saying. Now, I will say this. Trying to wait till we get to our 10-minute marks. Okay, we're at our 10-minute mark. Welcome to my channel, Drop the T, and I appreciate each and every one of you for coming over here to my live. I know it's late, but I do want to give my opinion. Okay, now, I told y'all over here. Um, this is a, we have our own opinions, and we can agree to disagree. So we can voice our opinions, but what I want to say here, as grown women, we do have to take responsibility for some things we doing. Do I think that was right how he jumped on Cassie? No, I do not. No, no, I do not. No, ma'am. I do not think that's right. No, he was 100% wrong. He was 100% wrong. But let's just talk about this, you guys. And we just gonna have a grown person conversation. Why were these women going back over here? Why was I'm just trying to figure this part out. So we just talking. These women were saying, like, we'll use 50 Cent baby mother. He paid her rent or whatever. Now, at any time, they said they could have left. They could have got a job. But money is the rule of all evil. Money and power. And a lifestyle. Now, people could have left, but they didn't want to leave the money in the lifestyle. Now, personally, me, I don't want to get peed on. I don't want to do none of that. None of that. Copyright section is up. Also, we got this Copyright Act. All things said are alleged in my very own opinion. It's for entertainment purposes only. I don't own the rights to any music or any clips that I may show. I don't own the rights to any of this. I got the Section 107 of the Copyright Act is showing on the screen here. All right, fair use, fair use, fair use. Copyright Act of 1976. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Now I'm just saying here that we got to take some responsibility. We do. And why I say that is because I'm trying to get to the part where, and I'm just saying, y'all, if she was married, why was she still over there having sex with Diddy? I'm confused with that part. Help me understand this. Now, everybody, like Diddy got to be held accountable for. I 100% disagree with him jumping on her. Okay, so both of them were doing rugs. Okay, you got that understood. Diddy has did a lot of stuff allegedly to people. Okay, I wasn't there. But when they asked these women could have left, they said yes. That's the part I'm not understanding. But then they said that they could not get their rent paid and this and that. Well, if you did not want to do these freak offs and all this stuff, you could have left and got you a job. Am I right or wrong? I'm just trying to understand. That's why I'm having a hard time understanding this. Then when they were reading off stuff in the court where they were saying, we're gonna have one last freak off. Well, I'm confused with this. I'm confused. Help me. I'm all for women empowerment. I am. But we all got to take responsibilities for our actions. I'm saying I'm jumping on her absolutely wrong. But where is the responsibility at for some of these women? He said, and they said that they could have left at any time, but they wasn't gonna get their rent paid. They won't got have a lifestyle. Even at one point, when a friend asked, "Let me know if I'm wrong." Well, when they told her she could leave Diddy, then she said, "This is what they said." Cassie said, allegedly. Well, who else I'm gonna have? Because Jay-Z is taken. He married. I'm having a hard time trying to wrap my head around that part. So it was it the money and the lifestyle because you said, who else is you gonna have? This is the part I'm trying to understand. You could have left, but then you said you wasn't gonna have. Who else are you gonna have? Because Jay-Z is taken. So was it more about the money and the lifestyle? Help me out here. Again, he's 100% wrong for jumping on these women. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that. He has to take accountability for that, which he is. But don't nobody think that the woman should have to take some accountability because they could have left at any time, but they wanted to keep getting their rent paid. They wanted to keep getting money for this and that. I'm just asking a question here. But everybody is pointing a finger at him. But the women got to take some responsibility. And I'm just being completely honest. I'm just being honest, guys. I'm just being honest. She said her soul for. She told her, okay, we'll come number 6. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So yes, he is wrong for what he did to her. But I'm just saying the responsibility of some of these women. The same thing with R. Kelly. Do you think I would take my 13 or 14-year-old to a R. Kelly concert when I already know his track record? What do I need backstage passes with my 13 or 14-year-old? What am I going back there for? And I already know what he about. Then one woman said, Mama said, that she got his number and the daughter got it out of her purse. Why would you put R. Kelly number near? Because she said she was trying to get her daughter a record deal. But ma'am, you already heard the rumors about him. You already heard what they say he like under, age. So why would you do that? Why would you get a backstage pass? Why would you want your daughter to get a record deal with you know, I'm confused with this whole picture here. Then it was alleged that he was giving the mother enough money for rent and bills and everything like that. So where is and again, he is wrong for whatever he did to these underage women and the women. He's wrong for that. But where is the responsibility at for these parents? Why ain't some of these parents in jail? And I'm just being completely real. Where is some of this responsibility at for these parents? Who takes a 13 or 14-year-old to a R. Kelly concert? Just saying. I'm just saying. That it was in court. The parents was getting money too. Then I guess when the money stopped, and then that's when they want to start saying that he took advantage of the kids. I'm just telling the truth here. Somebody has to say this. Where do the parents get any blame at this at? And y'all know, and y'all just think about this. Y'all already know what the rumors are about him. So why don't you take your child in? Just be honest here. I'm just saying what needs to be said here. Yes, he is wrong for messing with under age. Yes, absolutely. But then too, the parents need to take responsibility for getting numbers, buying backstage passes, and things like that, and taking money from him. Well, I want to know why was the mother and why was the parents them taking money from Mark Kelly? What was the money for? Just asking a question. Just asking a question. And it's being said that Puppy was getting ready to do a lot of stuff for the black community as well. And that's another reason why they was trying to take him down. But I said this before on my channel. When he took Ciroc them to court about that money, about that liquor, I said it's going to be some shit. They don't like that. All the people that's been allegedly protecting him for years, these clear people, and you gonna take them to court about some money? Oh, they ain't like that. So that's why they stopped protecting him. They wanted to teach him a lesson. He could have got convicted on all those charges. They didn't let him get convicted on all those charges. They just wanted to teach him a lesson. That's just my opinion. Do you not know if they really wanted him to be convicted on that racketeer, they could have? No. They was teaching him a lesson. When you got money, you got power. Just saying. Just saying. He's still powerful. He's still powerful. Let me tell y'all something. All Donald Trump is doing is waiting for Diddy to get sentenced. Once Diddy gets sentenced, Donald Trump gonna go pardon him. Watch what I tell y'all. Watch what I tell you. Donald Trump is going to pardon him. That's why P. Diddy telling his family them, don't worry. He's looking back to telling his mom and them, don't worry. Because that racketeering stuff, those were the heavy charges, right? That little stuff that he got, David said he guilty of, that ain't nothing. Donald Trump is a pardon him, baby. Believe that. If he don't get pardoned, he gonna get a brace of your probation or something to that effect. He not gonna be in jail long, y'all. Just mark my words. If he got out the Chrisleys, whatever their damn name is, he getting him out too. Just saying. Just saying, y'all. I'm just saying what needs to be said. Rich people stick together, baby. And I'm just gonna want to tell you. He gonna get out. Y'all see that picture with him and Orange Man, right? Okay. So he's just waiting for him to get sentenced. He's gonna get him out. That's why Diddy ain't work. But I do think Diddy has learned a lesson. He was on his knees in that fucking courtroom praying to God, reading Psalms, Bible verse. God didn't have to talk with him. Just God didn't have to talk with him. Now that he's sober and can't get those rugs and that alcohol, God didn't have to talk with him. Because he was looking at life. He was looking at life, y'all. Hello, Lisa Foster, my tea sipper. Hello, hello, hello. You right about that, Overcomer. I'm 6. Yes, Cassie video and her mother's testimony was enough to convict him on RICO. Right. Why they didn't convict him? They were teaching him a lesson. That's all. Just saying. That's all I'm saying. Alleged. It's all alleged. Everything on this channel is alleged. Let me put the banner back up. I'm just saying what needs to be said. You got money, baby. When you got money, there's a lot of things that you can get away with. You heard the Orange Man. He said he can walk down the street and pow somebody. He ain't going nowhere. Just saying. Just saying. You got money. If you got money, baby. I'm just looking at this charge here. Wait a minute. So let's make this big. Count 1, racketeering, not guilty. Count 2, trafficking of Cassie, not guilty. Trafficking of Cassie, not guilty. Transportation to engage in. Transportation to engage in P related to Cassie, guilty. Count 4, trafficking of Jane, not guilty. Count 5, transportation to engage in P related to Jane, guilty. Those are charges that he's found guilty of, y'all. Trafficking of Jane, not guilty. But transportation to engage in uh, P related to Jane, guilty. So he's guilty on trafficking. Trafficking of cast, wait a minute, transportation to engage in P, guilty, and transportation to engage in P related to Jane, guilty. So the only two charges that he's found guilty of is transportation to engage in, P related to those two women. That's it. Hello, Ophelia. So the bigger charges, he's off. And the only reason why he did not get to come home, because Cassie wrote those letters. And those other people, they scared now. All these people that was running around here talking about him, they asked to shake it in their boots now. They done bagged the fuck up. I think some of these lawsuits are to get dropped because they already know. I'm just saying. Allegedly. Everything I say is alleged. Racketeering, not guilty. Trafficking, not guilty. Just saying. Trafficking of Jane and Cassie, not guilty. But the only two they found him guilty of was transporting. The lesser charges, transporting. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. They could have got him on that. They just teaching him. They made him sit there and think they trying to teach him a lesson. But they wasn't gonna let him completely fall because he know that he got stuff on people, allegedly, in my personal opinion. But they could not let him not be charged with nothing. They couldn't do it. And he had to be charged with something. They didn't let him be charged with the more, heavier charges. These two little charges ain't nothing. And people know it. And people are mad. They carry a 10-year penalty each. But see, this is the thing, Overcomer. Let him get sentenced. You think Donald Trump ain't gonna pardon him? You think Diddy for the do 10, 20 years? Ain't happening. It ain't happening. It ain't gonna happen. Hello, TNT Gma. Donald Trump is going to pardon Diddy. That's all I'm saying. If he didn't pardon these other rappers, you think he ain't gonna pardon Diddy? He didn't even pardon Young Boy. Who else he did pardon? Young Boy. Who else? Now these are little rappers. Young Boy, he pardoned in the Kodak Black. Who else did he pardon? He pardoned a lot of rappers. So you think Larry Hoover? So you think he ain't gonna pardon Diddy? He didn't freeze the Chrisleys. And you think he ain't gonna pardon Diddy? He allegedly been to his parties. He on pictures with Diddy. Just saying. Allegedly. Everything I say on this channel is alleged. I'm just saying, y'all. Alleged. Just saying. He knows him. He has pictures with him. He just waiting for Diddy to get sentenced, and he gonna pardon him. Could be wrong, but if he didn't pardon all these other rappers, that ain't nothing. Even Larry Hoover, you think he ain't gonna pardon Diddy? Just saying. Just saying. Let me see what y'all saying. Allegedly, this the same thing happened to Shay Shay messing with young girls and other men with money messing around with young girls. Yeah, but see, this is the thing. These girls are over the age of 18. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is that they have to take some responsibility too. Like I said, he they said they self on that stand. They could have left at any time, but they could not. They said that he was paying a rent and giving them a lifestyle. All I'm saying is this: yes, he's wrong for jumping on those women. Yes, he's most definitely is wrong. He is most definitely wrong for jumping on these women. Yes. Now, if you saying that you could leave anytime you want, why didn't you just go? Then why were you still sleeping with him and you was married? Why was you talking about you want to have one last off? So I'm confused with this whole situation. The one worker said that she was calling him, threatening him. And then they were calling the people on their own. That's all I'm saying. Yes, he has to take responsibility and pay, and he is. But I'm just saying, do the women supposed to take any responsibility? When they asked those women, could they leave? They said, yeah, they could have left. They said, but how do they get their rent and stuff paid? Get by you getting a job, man. By you getting a job, you could have got your rent paid. Getting a job like everybody else. Getting a job. But that's not what you wanted. I'm just saying. These are grown people. The same thing with Sharp, Shannon Sharp. That girl was over the age of 18. If you said that this man hurt you and did all this and that, why didn't you go to the police? Only thing I hear is people talking about money. Or if you was that, if he did such and such to you, whatever, threaten you, whatever, why don't you go to police? Why are you asking for money? That's all I want to know. Same thing with Tyler Perry. What 40-year-old man is doing sleepovers? If this man did whatever he did to you, why you go to police? Why are you trying to ask for money? Now, if a regular person did that to you, what would you do? They don't have no money. What would you do? We just think about it. Are you gonna go to police? Because I ain't got no money to give you. I'm just asking. Just asking for a friend. I want to know what y'all think in the chat. Anybody who put their hand on a woman deserves, to go to jail. I agree with that 100%. Everybody was doing drugs. Even when he first went into the jail, he was going through withdrawal. So they had to get him off. So now that he got a clear head, both of them was on the drugs. So I'm just saying. People are everybody needs to take responsibility. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Everybody needs to take responsibility. There we go, right there. A lot of the freak. That's what I'm saying. Right. So I'm just saying, if I believe personally, could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll come back on here and tell you I'm wrong. I believe he's gonna pardon. That's all I'm saying. People was outraged that he pardoned Chrisley. You think he cared? People was outraged that he pardoned young boy. What his name? Young Thug, young boy, whatever his name is. He didn't care. They're saying, I think he just waiting for him to get sentenced and he gonna pardon him. People with money stick together. All I'm saying. And a lot of people, all these lawsuits and stuff coming up, and now they see that he ain't convicted on all these charges. A lot of people is pulling back. They're like, oh hell no, we thought he was gone. Mm-mm, mm-mm. And I think he could have went home today if all them people didn't write them letters. Now, you think that Donald Trump, I mean, excuse me, the Orange Man, he might even do something now. Just saying. Just saying, y'all. When you got money, you can get away with a lot of shit. Just saying. I'm just saying. Y'all saying it right now. I'm just saying. You get away with a lot of stuff. 20 likes and 16 in the chat. Thank you, Linda Gamble. Let's just take a look at some stuff that's been going on out there in the court. There's a lot, y'all. Wait a minute. Let's just take a look here. A lot of people are standing up for Diddy. I'm just saying right is right and wrong is wrong, y'all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I just said some people need to take responsibility. That's all. Everybody got to take responsibility, y'all. That's all I'm saying. So this is Diddy in the courtroom, y'all. He was on his knees. He was praying to God that they didn't give him all that time. He was reading Psalms. This is Nick. This is Diddy in the courtroom. Diddy fell to his knees in the court after verdict was read as his family cheered. This is Diddy, y'all. He's on his knees. And this is him. The fist pump. Yep. So they said after more than 2 days of deliberation, the juries found Combs not guilty on most of the serious charges. Combs was found guilty on 2 counts of transportation to engage in P, but not guilty on the alleged racketeering, conspiracy, and sex. Well, what right there? They said Diddy reportedly reacted to the not guilty verdict by nodding his head and saying thank you to the jury, as well as making the prayer gestures with his hands. Diddy was later seen falling to his knees in the courtroom with his head in a chair and appeared to be praying before hugging his lawyers. His family was also there, clapping and cheering as well. I told y'all Diddy thought he was a goner, baby. He doing a fist pump to his family. Diddy thought he was a goner. I don't think if he get out or get any like released on a ankle monitor, I think Diddy gonna have a seat, y'all. I don't think Diddy gonna be having. I mean, no more parties. I don't think he gonna be doing anything else. I think he gonna have a seat, y'all. I don't think he gonna be doing nothing else. Um, Diddy lawyers did say something in regards to his in regards to in regards to his speak in regards to his charges and why he didn't get out. Um, Give me 1 second here. He had a lot of lawyers, you guys. He had a lot. So this is what his lawyers are saying right now. They did like a press conference about Diddy. So this is what his lawyers are saying. They did a press conference. These are Diddy lawyers.
Thank you all for being patient. Am I speaking loud enough? You all can hear me okay? All right. Today's a great victory. It's a great victory for Sean Combs. It's a great victory for the jury system. You saw that the Southern District of New York prosecutors came at him with all that they had. They're not stopping, but one thing stands between all of us and a prison, and that is a jury of 12 citizens. And we had a wonderful jury. They listened to every word, and they got the situation right, or certainly right enough. They acquitted him of the sex trafficking, which he was absolutely innocent of. They acquitted him of the racketeering conspiracy that he was absolutely innocent of, and all of the components to it. The kidnapping, he was innocent of that. The arson, he was innocent of that. The obstructing justice, he was innocent of that. And that is no longer just me saying that. That is the verdict of our jury. So today is a great day. Today is a win. Today is a victory of all victories for Sean Combs, and our legal team. And I want to say one thing. There are very few people around whom a legal team could coalesce and become one. And Sean Combs is that person, and we are all blessed to be part of it. And I am now done speaking to you, and I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Garagos.
All right, I first want to thank my client, Sean Combs, for trusting us, myself and everybody here, this incredible dream team that he put together. Without him, we would not have been able to do this. He is incredible, and I want to thank him. I want to thank the jury for putting such great care into this case. They came early every single day, and I want to thank them, as I said in my opening, standing between all of us and the drastic consequences of the criminal convictions of sex trafficking and RICO is a jury of our peers. And I thank them. I want to thank the judge, and I want to thank, despite the terrible conditions at the MDC, I want to thank the good people who worked there, who ensured that we had sufficient amount of time to prepare for trial. It is extremely difficult to prepare for a federal case in the conditions at the MDC, and they did everything they could to make that happen. I want to thank them. I also have been saying this since the beginning of this case. Sean Combs has not sexually assaulted anybody. I've been saying this for months. We've said it with each lawsuit that came out, and today that was proven true. The media got it wrong about Sean Combs every single day for nearly 2 years. I ask that for every time you guys see a civil lawsuit, criminal complaints or criminal indictments, you actually take a look and analyze these and see whether or not these are actually going to stand up in a court of law, because today they did not. He has not sexually assaulted anybody, certainly hasn't sex trafficked anybody, and the jury found that today. Thank you. I am now going to pass this over to Mr. Steele.
Good evening. Good evening. I want to thank the ladies and gentlemen to my right and my left. There is not a better group of honest and ethical, hardworking, and zealous lawyers, and I especially wish to thank Mark and Tenny for allowing me and everyone else to come together. On behalf of my family, myself, I wish to thank you all for being here and writing truthfully about a man wrongly charged with most of the crimes, and that we all must remember that allegations are nothing. And I'd like to thank Sean for letting me be here. Thank you all. God bless you.
Okay, y'all. So they got on there and said it themselves. They said the most serious charges, he was not found guilty. That's all I'm saying. They really could have got him. And people are saying that the jury that they had were younger people. I thought the jury, were a mix of people. What y'all think? They were in their 40s and things like that. And, so that's all I'm saying. When you got money, did y'all see all them lawyers he got? He had about 10 lawyers. I don't know what to say. A lot of people were upset that he got that. He got convicted on 2 charges, but like I said, they can do probation, they can do time served. But just say he get some years. All right. I think the orange man will pardon him. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Hello, Carolyn, my tea sipper. I think that they will pardon him on some of them. That's all I'm saying. I think the orange man will come and pardon him. That's all I'm saying, y'all. When you got money, you can do a lot of stuff you can get away with. Let me know what y'all think. What the lawyer said. That lawyer said that it was a victory for them today. I know P. Diddy was, thought he was going home today. I could imagine they was going to try to throw a party for him or something today. But, the people came, was writing letters, talking about, he's a danger to the community. But, it is what it is. The jury said that he was not guilty on those other charges. So what can he do? The judge can't make them say that. He had a jury trial. The people said he wasn't guilty. That's all I'm saying. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Do y'all think that Diddy was guilty? Or do you think he was not guilty? Do you think he was guilty on some of the charges? Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Everybody has a right to their own opinions of what y'all think. Everybody has a right to say what they think, about it. Everybody has a right, to voice their opinion of what they think, about the trial. Do y'all think justice was served today? Or do you think justice was not served today? Just asking, do y'all think justice was not served? I think that they were a little. His mother and them thought that he was going to be getting out today. Here's them walking out the courtroom because before his mother was talking to people when she went in today, but as she came out, I think she probably a little upset that he didn't get out. But that's them walking out of the courtroom. His mom and them, his kids.
How are you feeling? Is this disappointing?
How are you guys feeling?
How are you feeling? Is this disappointing?
How are you guys feeling?
How are you feeling? Is this disappointing?
How are you guys feeling?
How are you feeling? Is this disappointing?
Now, earlier, his mother was talking. When she went in the courtroom before this morning, his mother was talking. Now she don't want to talk, and I can understand that. I can understand that she doesn't want to talk, and I can understand that she don't want to talk right now. And I understand that. Now, before they were all dancing. Before, this is them dancing. Before the verdict got, when the verdict got read, they were dancing. They were happy. That's his daughter and they son. I'm out there doing push-ups and everything. When the verdict got read, they was out there doing push-ups and everything. You know, they thought their dad was coming home. And, you know, you can't blame them. You can't blame them, y'all. You know, but like I said, the more serious charge he did get off on. So let me know what y'all think in the chat. Okay. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all let me know what y'all think. So we're gonna move on from Diddy, y'all. You know, Judge Matthew says it's not fair that he was not found guilty on the most serious charges, and Judge Matthews think it's unfair that Diddy was denied bail. That's what Judge Matthews is saying, guys. He think it's unfair that Diddy was not allowed bail. That's what Judge Matthews is saying. Do y'all think it's unfair that Diddy is not able to get bail? Let's see here. Okay. Well, guys, we're going to move on. We're going to move on, guys. Now, Kelly. Now, y'all know Kelly. She got her own glam squad. And, now anybody, can get sued or whatever, what have you. But, again, you got all this stuff that you have. And I don't know what happened. She is allegedly getting sued by Navy Federal Credit Union for her not paying the credit cards, y'all. I don't know what happened with Kelly not paying the credit card bills here. Has been sued by Navy Federal Credit Union for the unpaid credit card debt. $26,434.86. That's what they're saying here, guys. I don't know what's going on with Kelly and her finances. I know that, she's having some problems with her, her divorce. She's been trying to get divorced for 2 years. Also, her husband went to jail when they went to court for him not paying child support. So what do y'all think about Kelly getting sued here by Navy Federal Credit Union? Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Let's see here. She said, they're saying here, Kelly has not been served with any paperwork from Navy Federal Credit Union, which is an account that was shared with her now ex-husband, whatever his name is, Mark Farrell, and due to her ex-husband currently being in the middle of bankruptcy proceedings, she cannot comment on this matter. In response to Kelly's statement, Kelly's ex-husband, what's his name, Chaval? I don't know how to say his name, tells Us Weekly that Chaval was removed from all joint business accounts, including those with Navy Federal Credit Union and Trust Bank during the divorce proceedings in 2022. She said he has no knowledge of any loans or transactions initiated by Kelly after his removal from those accounts. So they trying to say that it's her husband. They said her husband is not named in the lawsuit and has had no involvement in the matter. So Kelly is trying to say her husband. This is a joint account, but the husband name is not mentioned in the lawsuit, they said. So what do y'all think? Do y'all think Kelly is trying to pull a fast one on us? Oh, Sonia, you said you think Diddy would have fled if he had gotten out. They took his jet away from him. It's been rented out. And also they took his passport. So, and he was going to put up $1 million bail. He had 3 family members that was going to sign for him. He had to put up $1 million bail. 3 people had to sign for it. Also, he could not have access to his jet. And also they had took his passport away. And he was only going to be able to be at his Miami house and another house. That's what they put up. They were putting up for bail for him, for bond. He was only going to be able to go to his Miami house and the other house he had. $1 million. 3 people had to sign for it. His jet is being rented out right now, so he can make money off of that. And he had to turn, and they already got his passport. Okay, well, you said I'm glad he beat the more serious charge. That was a witch hunt. Okay. Kelly's husband was in charge of the money, and she was the face, which means she will be broke soon. That is why he opened up a new restaurant. Oh wow. Oh wow. Because Kelly has a restaurant now that's open up, and I think somebody said he got a restaurant called Butch's or something. But I know when they went to court, he went to jail for not paying child support. That's what I was told. He went to jail for not paying child support. I don't know. And then the other restaurant, she's supposed to be trying to get that up and running as well. And I don't know if it's something going on with the money, why she can't get that one up and going. But the other restaurant was supposed to be up and going, and that has not um, got up and going either. So I don't know if there's some problems going on with it, but she can't get that one up and going either. So she might have to. I don't know. I don't know if she's going to be able to get that up and going. And I was trying to find out the reason that her and her husband got divorced. Was somebody cheating, or I don't know. I don't know. Some people try to say it was Kelly that was cheating, but allegedly, I don't know. You said he went to jail 2 times for not paying child support. Whoa! Oh wow! He really mean that he don't want to get Kelly a dime. He don't want to get Kelly shit. But he shouldn't do that to his kids. His kids ain't got nothing to do with it. He shouldn't do that to his kids. But his kids has nothing to do with that. He don't want to give his kids shit, and that's sad. But you do have a lot of men out here. They not with the mama. They don't want to do shit for the kids. So I guess he must like going to jail because they said if he don't pay that money, um, he gonna be in jail. So I guess the only way he could get out is if he pay that money. So if they pay the bill, it's going to be the amount of the child support. So that happened with my aunt. He went to jail for not paying alimony. So his bill was the amount of the alimony. So in order for him to get out, he had to pay that money, which was the money he owed for alimony. Sure did. But um, sometimes we got to, cut off some of the things we like to do. We got to, live within our means. Y'all know Kelly, I know she likes to shop. She got a glam team and all this and that. Sometimes we got to cut back on some stuff. You can't keep on spending and you ain't got nothing coming in. And I don't know how good the restaurant is doing or what have you, but you got to cut back on some things. Just saying. All right, guys, moving on to Angela and Phaedra. Now, my opinion is this. I do think Angela and Drew set this up. That's my personal opinion. Drew don't really get along with a lot of girls on the show. And y'all remember, Phaedra was in her confessional was saying something. She said she threw some type of shade at Drew and Angela. So I think they headed in for Phaedra. So they concocted up this plan to probably try to get Phaedra kicked off the show. That's my personal opinion. Allegedly. That's what I think they were doing. And then also, she was trying to make sure she get her peach for next season. That's what I think Angela was doing. Maybe Drew told her how she can make sure she get her peach for next season with this drama right here. It's my personal opinion. And that's what I think this came from. And I believe Angela knows Charles is out here still creeping and cheating on her. I believe she knows it. And you're going to try to allegedly blackmail this man into saying that he was at the restaurant with his daughter. And the man said she knew he told her that he was in there with a woman. I believe Angela knowing it. And like I said, we were saying before, I don't think Charles and her live together. I just think they do stuff to save face. But as far as live together, I don't think they live together. My personal opinion. I don't think they live together. Some men just get married when they get in their old age and they just need somebody in case they get sick. And I think Angela is a person. In case Charles gets sick, he got somebody that's going to take care of him. But until then, he's going to be running around here doing what the hell he want to do. Either you're going to accept it or you're not going to accept it. And Angela going to accept it. Now, we already know that he cheated on her before because she said it. And then CK asked her, is Charles still cheating? So we already know we know that he cheats. So that's not no secret. He cheats. Once a cheater, always a cheater. When you let somebody get away with cheating on you, they're going to keep doing it. Because you let them get away with it. So she did that to her damn self. In my personal opinion. You let this man get away with cheating on your ass, he going to keep on cheating on your ass. So that's all I'm saying. When they cheat, it's time to go. There's not going to be no more chances. That's it. So, and then another thing, I think that if Andy and them thought that she did that, I think they would have took, not let Phaedra come to the reunion, and they would have probably not let her come back next season. Now, because Angela pulled this stunt, she might not be coming back next season. Maybe she not gonna come back. But pulling this stunt right here, maybe she not coming back. Her and Drew. Because Drew's at the end of the couch. Just saying. Just saying, y'all. Yeah, Carolyn, they set her up. And I think they set her up because she got mad because Phaedra said she looked at old in the face. And that she looked like she wear a slip, which she do. And ain't nothing wrong with that. You need to slip under something, you need to slip. There's nothing wrong with it. Just saying. And Drew, I'm just to the point where this is just how Drew is. Season after season, she need a stylist. And it just looked like she ain't gonna get one. Now she not doing the ambassador for Gold Naked hair. She back with the damn synthetic hair in her hair. I don't know what type of shit she got in her hair now. I don't know what the shit is. Just saying. I don't know what she got in her damn hair. Ever since she stopped wearing that go naked hair, her fucking hair look a mess. Just saying. Just saying. Who else we gonna talk about? Oh, one last thing I want to talk about. Haley Bailey and DDG. I'm so happy that Haley got her, a friend now, so everybody can quit calling her bitter. I'm glad that his name has come out. He is Scott Bridges. He's a producer he did produce like Beyonce, Kendrick Lamar, and Kanye West songs for them and stuff. Now he's not a nobody, so DDG can quit saying it that he's a nobody. So I'm glad that she got her somebody, so people could quit saying that she's crying and mad about him being with another woman. I'm glad she got her somebody. So he can, go on about his business. That he can see that she got somebody. And he can know that she's not waiting around for him. And then the first thing people want to say, oh, still she doing that for PR because he was with another girl. Everybody got to be doing stuff for PR because they didn't move on. No, she going on about her business. She didn't got some sense. She didn't go on about her damn business. And I'm happy for her. And I'm tired of people going around her saying, oh, she don't want him to be a father to his son. What else can she do? If she had her lawyers calling his lawyer, calling him to try to set up visitation, and he don't want to do it, what else can she do? Just let him keep popping up over her house anytime the hell he get ready? No. So my whole thing is, Haley is doing the right thing. Let people think what they want to think. Long as she know the truth, she had a lawyer contacting him, trying to set up visitation rights. He didn't want to do it. So now this is the route we got to go. Then people said, oh, he said he's in the process now of trying to have him another baby by somebody else so he don't have to go through this. Go right ahead, buddy. Go ahead. Go do it. You think that's hurting her by you talking about you going to go have another baby by somebody else? You brought this on yourself, sir, trying to control somebody. Just saying. Just saying. But I am happy that, our little mermaid to go and found her man, not no little boy. I'm glad she going and found somebody else. So she can leave that crazy family alone, in my personal opinion. Just saying. All right, guys, we've been on here for about an hour. Like I said, I just wanted to come on here and give you my opinions about the Diddy case, about what's going on with Kelly and Angela, and about the DDG situation. All right, guys, remember, if you're not subscribed to my channel, think about becoming a subscriber. I would really much appreciate it. Please make sure that you gave the video a thumbs up when you came in. Also, share the video. We're moving up, guys. We're getting new subscribers every day, so I very much appreciate each and every one of you guys for giving me your time. Also, follow me on my other platforms, which are Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Drop the T. All right, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Good night.